Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Sahil Mahajan, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a demo into how can you create read replicas for your RDS database. So firstly, we're going to go ahead and create our database. That's our RDS database. So as you guys can see, I am on the create database page for RDS. If you guys did not see my previous video on how to create a database, you can go ahead and watch that, or you can just go through this video. So we're going to choose the standard create, and for our engine options, we're going to stick with the MySQL option. We're going to again leave everything as default. We're going to leave it to the default engine version. Again, while creating this video, this was the default engine version that was selected. Maybe at the time that you are watching this, there's a different engine version. You can stick to your engine version that is being displayed. Again, you have three options over here, that is free tier, dev, test, and production. I will be sticking with the dev and test region. Again, do be mindful that you will be charged for this, so do be ready to pay a couple of dollars. And when we come to our availability and durability, we would like to have a multi AZDB cluster deployed. Let's look into our DB settings. We're just going to give any database name. I've just left it to the default. My username is going to be admin. I selected my credentials management to be self-managed. I provided my password and I confirm my password. You can also auto-generate your password if you would like to do that. Now coming over to our instance configuration, I just left everything as the basic. I'm saying that I want to have a compute optimized class, or you could go with the standard, but I would recommend to stick with the compute optimized class. You can see we're just taking one CPU and 2 GB of RAM. And when we come down, you will get an option for storage. I'm just gonna again stick to the very basic, that's the general purpose GP3 and also 200 GB of allocated storage. So as you guys can see, we are pre-allocating 200 GB of storage, hence why we will be charged for this DB instance and cluster. Connectivity, again, I do not wish to connect any EC2 instance or resource with this specified database, hence why I'm not looking to have any connectivities. Do you want public access? I would say no for now, that should be good. And I'm going to say choose an existing security group. I'm going to stick with the default one. We are not going to be taking a look into RDS proxy for this read replica example, and we can choose the default certificate authority. And yep, of course, password authentication is what we need. Do you want to turn on performance insights? I'm going to be like, yep, just going to leave it on because I'm looking to delete this database instance. Again, you guys can turn it off too if needed. And as you can see, it will show you that it is going to charge you $243.10 for the whole month. So I know that is pretty expensive, but again, that's why I told you guys, if you do want to, if you're fine with a couple of dollars coming to your account, then only create it. If not, just please watch this video. So that's about it. I'm looking to deploy this for a couple of hours and then just delete it. But yep. So we're going to go ahead and click on create database. Hopefully everything has been filled in correctly. If so, there we go. It is creating our database, and I am going to go ahead and pause this video and be back once our databases have been created. Okay, guys, so it did take quite some time to create the database, but as you guys can see, the database has been created. Now, you guys may be thinking, why do we have three instances deployed? And that reason being is we chose the multi-AZ deployment type. You can see that we have one writer instance and we have two reader instances. Again, as previously explained, the writer instance is normally used, you give this endpoint in your code or your application when you would like to write to the database, and reader instances are for pure reading purposes. Now let's take the use case that you would like to create a read replica. That is, you are already having two reader instances, but you would like to create another reader instance. So you can go ahead and select your DB cluster, that is database dash one. And if you go to the top right, you can see the actions button. We're going to go ahead and click on actions, and you will see a pop option over here that says create read replica. Let's go ahead and select on create read replica. It will basically open up the create read replica configuration page. Now, when you scroll down, you want to choose your replica source. What would your replica source be? I'm going to choose database one. You can choose your DB identifier. This is a unique key, so I'm just going to name it as my read replica. We're going to scroll down, and again, you can see your instance configurations. I'm just going to stick with the basic settings. Again, of course, you still will be charged for this, so guys, please do be aware. I'm going to again stick with the basic storage, that is saying 200. Availability, again, for this, what I am going to do is I am not going to select multi AZDB instance. Instead, I'm going to say I would like to create uh, a single DB instance. And we can go down and you can see that you have the connectivity. Again, we're going to stick to the basic connectivity because, I don't wish to connect from anywhere. The same password authentication, everything else is going to be um, the basic default settings. We're going to go ahead and click on create read replica. Hopefully, if everything is, there we go, everything is perfect, and we can see that our read replica is being created, which is called my read replica, and you can see that the role is replica. So I'm gonna go ahead and again pause the video, and once this read replica is created, we will be back. And here we go, guys. We can see that our read replica is in the modified state, that it has almost been created. You can see that we can also see some CPU usage taking place. Quickly open up the read replica. You'll be able to see the various different connectivity and security options that we have. As I guys told you that this is a read endpoint wherein you can use this specific endpoint to connect to your database, and you will only be able to query your database that is read from your database. As you guys can see, it has now moved to the available status. So that is basically how you can create a read replica. It's basically you select your database cluster, you go to actions, and you click on create read replica. Now, in the scenario that you would like to create more read replicas, maybe your read replica that you have already created is getting overloaded and you would like to scale out instead of scaling up. So scale out basically means adding more read replicas. You can go ahead and add more read replicas. And that is pretty much it about this video on how can you add a read replica to your RDS database. So I hope you guys did get a good understanding related to read replicas, when should read replicas be used, how to create read replicas on the AWS console. So hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and do comment if there are any other topics out there that you guys would like me to cover. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See ya. Take care. Bye bye.